Welcome to Locked and Loaded Sports. It's time to lock in, load up, and win big. If you're serious about sports and love cashing in on solid picks, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. In this video, we will discuss Super Bowl 60 with a pick on the spread and one for the total. That is 2 free picks for the big game. As well, we have some player props for our viewers, with 3 for each team, which is 6 player props total. Using a blend of historical data, advanced sports analytics, and real-world sentiment to deliver sharp and sometimes contrarian betting picks. As the NFL descends upon Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60, the broadcast narrative is centered on a fascinating collision of coaching philosophies and roster construction that has defined the 2025 season. The Seattle Seahawks arrive as the top seed in the NFC, a testament to the immediate impact of head coach Mike Macdonald. In just his second season since departing his post as the defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens, Macdonald has orchestrated a historic 14-3 campaign that earned him the prestigious NFC Coach of the Year honors from the 101 Awards in January. His defensive mastery has transformed Seattle into a physical juggernaut, anchored by cornerstone playmakers like cornerback Devin Witherspoon and defensive lineman Leonard Williams, the latter of whom has anchored a unit that led the league in scoring defense by only allowing a staggering 17.1 points per game. Offensively, the Seahawks have been defined by the remarkable resurgence of Sam Darnold, who has put together a career-defining campaign with over 4,000 passing yards and 25 touchdowns. Darnold's transformation from a journeyman to a legitimate MVP candidate has been the story of the year, made even more impressive by his grit in the postseason. Despite dealing with the painful oblique injuries suffered in the divisional round, Darnold delivered a masterpiece in the NFC Championship, throwing for 346 yards without a single turnover. Much of this success stems from his undeniable connection with Jaxon Smith, who emerged as the league's most dangerous weapon this season. He hauled in 119 receptions for an astonishing 1,793 yards, and his 10-catch, 153-yard performance last week proves that even a hobbled Darnold can find his favorite target in the biggest moments. This aerial dominance has been perfectly balanced by the emergence of Kenneth Walker III as a premier workhorse. Following the season-ending injury to Zach Charbonnet, Walker took over the backfield and never looked back, providing the steady ground presence required to keep defenses honest. On the opposing sideline, the New England Patriots have built their own championship pedigree through a mere brand of success. Owner Robert Kraft's decision to bring on Mike Vrabel as head coach has proven to be an absolute masterstroke, as Vrabel took a struggling franchise and transformed them into a 14-win AFC powerhouse. The Patriots' offense has benefited immensely from the return of Josh McDaniels as offensive coordinator, whose 6 Super Bowl rings bring a level of championship experience that is nearly unmatched in the coaching ranks. Under the guidance of McDaniels, the New England attack has found a unique rhythm through a dual-headed running back committee, featuring the veteran Rhamondre Stevenson and the explosive rookie Trevion Henderson. This ground and pound identity has been perfectly complemented by the veteran savvy of Stephon Diggs, whose arrival provided young quarterback Drake Maye with the elite safety valve needed to navigate the postseason. However, the heartbeat of this Patriots team is a defense that has allowed just 8.7 points per game this postseason. This unit is led by lockdown cornerback Christian Gonzalez, whose crucial interception in the AFC Championship helped seal the trip to Santa Clara. Alongside him, veteran Carlton Davis III has provided a massive boost to the secondary, recording 2 interceptions in the divisional round alone. In the trenches, the Patriots rely on the sheer power of Christian Barmore and the midseason acquisition of Milton Williams, a duo that combined for 6 pressures last week and will be tasked with making Sam Darnold uncomfortable in the pocket. Our odds makers have listed the Seahawks as favorites. Due to their explosive offensive ceiling and statistical edge, the veteran experience on the New England sideline cannot be overlooked. Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels have spent decades preparing for this specific stage, and the Patriots' ability to shorten the game with their 2-pronged rushing attack gives them a significant advantage in keeping the score close. Because of the Patriots' coaching pedigree and their disciplined approach to ball security, we are getting locked and loaded with the Patriots to cover. Let us know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. Leave a comment below. It helps our channel out a bunch. Thank you. Now the narrative shifts toward the scoreboard. The over-under is set in the mid-40s and presents a fascinating puzzle for Super Bowl 60. With 2 top-ranked defenses meeting a red-hot Seattle offense, the game is a tug-of-war between high-octane potential and championship-level grit. The primary catalyst for a high-scoring affair is the Sam Darnold and Jaxon Smith connection. Seattle's offense has averaged over 29 points per game this season, and their ability to strike quickly, even against elite secondaries, is well documented. If Mike Macdonald chooses to exploit New England's secondary with league-leading volume, the Seahawks could account for a significant portion of this total themselves. Additionally, historical trends between these 2 franchises are telling. In their last 5 meetings, the total has gone over every single time, including a 35-30 thriller. With a fast track at Levi Stadium and Seattle's tendency to push the pace in road games averaging nearly 30 points away from Lumen Field, a couple of early scores could easily force this game into a shootout. The argument for a defensive slugfest starts with the bend but don't break philosophy of Mike Vrabel and the New England defense. The Patriots have been a fortress in the postseason, allowing an average of just 8.7 points per game over their last 3 contests. By leaning on a dual-headed rushing attack with Stevenson leading the way and Trevion Henderson bringing that lightning in a bottle, Josh McDaniels will likely aim to shorten the game, keeping Sam Darnold off the field and draining the clock. Furthermore, championship nerves and the Super Bowl shadow often lead to conservative play calling in the first half. Both teams rank in the top 5 for scoring defense, and New England's recent 10-7 victory over Denver proved they are perfectly comfortable winning in a mucked-up, low-scoring environment where every yard is a battle. While the history between these two teams screams over, the 2026 iteration of this matchup is defined by 2 defensive geniuses in Mike Macdonald and Mike Vrabel. When the top 2 scoring defenses in the league meet on a neutral site, the game typically devolves into a tactical chess match. We'd also like to point out the last time the Patriots were in the Super Bowl, they played against another NFC West team in the Rams, which ended up being a low-scoring affair with the Pats winning 13-3. Let's not forget, it was labeled the Super Bowl. Similar to that team, this iteration of the Patriots has the ability to control the tempo with their rushing committee and will likely limit the number of possessions Seattle receives. Even with Darnold's efficiency, he is still navigating a painful oblique injury that could limit his deep ball accuracy against a lockdown corner like Christian Gonzalez. Expect a physical, hard-hitting game where field position and time of possession are prioritized over explosive plays, in a contest that feels destined to be decided by a late field goal. We are getting locked and loaded with the under. If you want to be along for the ride, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. And now we jump straight into player props, starting with the Patriots. While much of the public money is chasing the narrative of an explosive air attack, we are zeroing in on a specific play that represents the heartbeat of the New England Patriots offense. In a game that features 2 of the top defenses in the league, the market for an anytime touchdown scorer has become the primary focus for sharp bettors looking for value in the trenches. There are several compelling reasons why Rhamondre Stevenson is a prime candidate to score in this championship game. Throughout the 2025 campaign and into the current playoffs, Stevenson has been the primary choice for offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels whenever the team reaches the red zone. During the regular season, he recorded 9 total touchdowns, proving his versatility as a scoring threat. Furthermore, his recent usage suggests a massive reliance on his physical running style. In the AFC Championship against Denver, Stevenson carried the ball 25 times. On the fast track in Santa Clara, his ability to punish defenders after contact, averaging over 3.5 yards after contact per attempt, makes him a terrifying threat to power through the Seattle defensive line at the goal line. When weighing his heavy volume of carries against the elite discipline of the Seattle front 7, the path to the end zone appears difficult but likely. Stevenson has shown time and again that he thrives in the most physical moments of the game, and the Patriots' offensive identity is built on establishing his presence early and often. Given that he is dominating the touches inside the 10-yard line for this roster, and that the Patriots will likely lean on him to protect their young quarterback, we are getting locked and loaded with Stevenson to score a touchdown. Don't forget to smash that like button. We appreciate you. For our next player prop to recommend, we are focusing on the Patriots quarterback Drake Maye. While the young signal caller has been the catalyst for his team's historic turnaround, he now faces the most daunting statistical challenge of his career. In a matchup that features the top-ranked scoring defense in the league, the market for a quarterback to throw an interception has become a primary focus for analysts looking to capitalize on the unique pressure of the Super Bowl stage. There are several compelling reasons why Drake Maye is a prime candidate to throw at least 1 interception in this championship matchup. The Seattle Seahawks defense, orchestrated by head coach Mike Macdonald, has evolved into a turnover-generating machine that has drawn comparisons to the legendary Legion of Boom. Seattle led the league this season with an opportunistic secondary featuring all-pro cornerback Devin Witherspoon, who specializes in baiting young quarterbacks into tight window throws. While Maye has been largely disciplined, he is still a developing talent who has thrown 10 interceptions across his combined regular season and postseason starts this year. On the fast track of a neutral site, the disguised coverages and complex blitz packages favored by Macdonald are designed specifically to force hesitation and erratic decision-making from inexperienced passers. When weighing the relentless pressure of the Seattle pass rush against Maye's recent composure, the statistical trend leans toward a defensive breakthrough. The Seahawks have forced at least 1 turnover in nearly every game this season, and the sheer volume of passing attempts required to keep pace with Seattle's explosive offense will likely force Maye into at least one risky throw. Because of the sophisticated schemes employed by Mike Macdonald and the ball-hawking nature of the Seattle secondary, the prediction is that Drake Maye will throw at least one interception in Super Bowl 60. We are getting locked and loaded with Drake Maye to throw an interception. We enjoy focusing on intricate details of player props, particularly for Super Bowls. And we think one of the most intriguing figures on the board is veteran wideout Mack Hollins. After spending a significant portion of the late season on injured reserve with an abdominal injury, Hollins returned to the lineup just in time for the AFC Championship, immediately reminding fans why he is a vital deep threat in the New England passing game. With his receiving total currently set at 29.5 yards, we are looking at a veteran whose impact often outweighs his target volume. There are several compelling reasons why Mack Hollins could easily exceed the 29.5-yard mark in this championship matchup. Despite missing time at the end of the regular season, Hollins proved his health in the title game against Denver, hauling in 2 receptions for 51 yards, which included a critical 31-yard strike. This performance highlighted his role as a vertical threat. He averaged nearly 12 yards per catch throughout the season and has shown the ability to clear this betting line with a single reception. In a game where the Seattle Seahawks will likely focus their defensive attention on neutralizing Stephon Diggs and the New England rushing attack, Hollins should find himself in one-on-one matchups on the perimeter. Given that he recorded over 100 yards in a game earlier this season and has historically been a reliable target for Drake Maye in intermediate passing situations, his ability to find open space in the Seattle secondary is a significant factor in this projection. When evaluating his season-long performance and his explosive return to the lineup last week, the value leans toward the big play potential of the veteran receiver. Hollins only needs 1 or 2 successful deep routes to shatter this total, and his physical presence makes him a favorite for Drake Maye when play-action passing is utilized to counter the Seattle pass rush. Because of his demonstrated ability to produce high yardage on minimal catches and his clear recovery from injury, we are getting locked and loaded with Mack Hollins to go over 29.5 yards. Drop a comment with your favorite player props for this year's Super Bowl. Our community will respond back. Thank you. Now we turn the page to the Seattle Seahawks and focus on the man under center, quarterback Sam Darnold, and his rushing yardage total, which currently sits at 6.5 yards. While Sam Darnold is far from a dual-threat quarterback, he has shown a sneaky ability to pick up yards with his legs when the pocket breaks down during this postseason run. He enters this championship matchup having recorded exactly 9 rushing yards in both the divisional round victory over the San Francisco 49ers and the conference championship win against the Los Angeles Rams. When you look at the regular season, he averaged just under 6 yards per game on the ground, but he has cleared this 6.5-yard mark in 3 of his last 4 starts. The New England defense under Mike Vrabel is known for a disciplined pass rush that tries to keep quarterbacks contained, but with the Lombardi Trophy on the line, expect Sam Darnold to take off at least once or twice to move the chains. Because he only needs 7 yards to hit the over, and he has surpassed that number in every playoff game so far this year, we are leaning toward the over for Sam Darnold on the ground. A single scramble or a couple of situational sneaks should be enough to get him past this total as he looks to secure his first Super Bowl ring. We are getting locked and loaded with Sam Darnold rushing for over 6.5 yards. Now we dial into an oldie, but a goodie for the Seattle Seahawks. Veteran wideout Cooper Kupp in a reception total set at 2.5. While the Triple Crown winner from years past is now operating as a seasoned veteran in this Seattle system, his reliable hands remain a primary security blanket for Sam Darnold in high-pressure situations. The statistics from this postseason suggest that the veteran is finding his rhythm at exactly the right time for the Seahawks. He hauled in 5 receptions in the divisional round victory against San Francisco and followed that up with 4 catches and a crucial touchdown in the conference championship win over the Rams. Across the 16 regular season games he played this year, he averaged nearly 3 receptions per contest, proving that he is still a feature part of the progression even with younger speedsters on this roster. Looking at the matchup against New England, the Patriots often prioritize taking away a team's primary deep threat, which typically opens up the underneath routes where Cooper Kupp thrives. Because he has cleared this 2.5 reception mark in both playoff games so far and finished the regular season with 47 total catches, the volume should be there on the biggest stage. We believe the Seahawks will look to utilize his postseason experience and elite route running to keep the chains moving against the disciplined New England secondary. We are getting locked and loaded with Cooper Kupp, going over 2.5 receptions. Our last player prop for this Super Bowl video shifts our focus to the dynamic Rashid Shaheed, whose receiving yardage total is currently set at 15.5. Shaheed has become the ultimate boom or bust vertical threat since joining Seattle midway through the season, and while his reception count can be low, his ability to flip the field with a single catch makes him a nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. The statistics from this postseason tell a story of big play potential rather than consistent volume. While he was held without a catch in the divisional round against San Francisco, he exploded in the conference championship against the Rams, hauling in a massive 51-yard reception on his lone catch of the game. During his 9 regular season games with the Seahawks, he recorded 188 receiving yards, averaging over 12 yards per catch and proving he only needs one clean release to shatter a total as low as 15.5. In the upcoming matchup against New England, the Patriots are likely to deploy a bend but do not break defensive shell, which often invites occasional deep shots if the safety help is even a step late. Given that Shaheed has shown he can clear this entire yardage total with just one grab, as evidenced by his season long of 33 yards and his 51-yard postseason highlight, the upside is undeniable. Because Shaheed is the primary vertical trigger in this offense and has already cleared this mark in his most recent outing, we expect Sam Darnold to take at least one deep shot, if not a couple of shots, to his fastest weapon to keep the New England secondary honest. We are getting locked and loaded with Shaheed to go over 15.5 yards. That wraps up another breakdown here on Locked and Loaded Sports. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest sports analysis and betting insights. More picks, more locks, and more action is coming your way. That's all for now. Stay sharp, stay ready, and get locked and loaded.